Hello friends, how are you? Thank you for tuning in. We're kicking off another week. It's Monday morning as I shoot this, and yesterday I went to Five Below. What is a Five Below? Have you been to one? Well, it's a store that's been around in our area for it seems like quite a while, and basically everything is $5 or less, but now I'm noticing I hadn't been in there in a while. Some things are marked $6, some things are marked $7. I don't like when they do that. I like the thought of everything literally being $5 or less, but it's spotty now. You gotta check it. A Five Below is a store full of wants and not needs. Like, I got a speaker for my shower. I did not need that shower speaker. I got some kind of peelable candy called peelers or something. They don't peel very easily. They're tasty and cute. They're like little bananas, but it's not like the peeling is an easy or particularly fun process, but apparently those are really popular right now. They did have some school supplies in there, but is anybody really heading into that store to like start checking off the list seriously? Like, I don't think so. But anyway, Five Below is fun. And the situation we were in, it was Sunday afternoon and Ugga was going to Menards with Bub and Nookie was at cheer practice, and so it's me and Biddy, and she's wanting to get out of the house and do something, so I'm like, how about Five Below, Biddy? And she was thrilled. She got some little set of dolls and some Barbie accessories or something, but I did find some beauty stuff, because you know what Five Below will always keep? The full selection of Wet n Wild, and now the full selection of LA Colors, plus a lot of like dupe-ish skin and body care, Sol de Janeiro types of dupes. You can see some other popular like skincare brands, like maybe Bubble or Bioma, different things. And I did get a few beauty things, so I thought I'd talk about those in this video. They had a little like $1 section, and they had some products, like body products that looked like Truly stuff. You know how you can see how the product has been put in there and like swirled around? So I got this whipped body polish. I thought it was going to be body butter, like lotion, but I guess this is a scrub I'm going to use in the shower while my little shower speaker is running. Yeah, that's downstairs charging right now. Otherwise, I'd have that up here to show you. All right, I got rid of the film mostly, but look at that. That's actually cute, and it smells really good too. It says vanilla infused with shea butter, exfoliates, hydrates, and smooths skin. That was a little $1 find. I've got a $1 lip find that I'll put on in this video. Also from LA Colors, guys, I saw this thing and I just couldn't say no to it. This really intrigued me. It's an LA Colors loose finishing powder, but look, it's in like a to-go type of compact. Isn't this fascinating? It comes with the mirror inside, comes with the puff. I'm holding it kind of carefully here. It was just in the one shade, which I think it said nude on the packaging. But look at it. It's got a little mesh net thing there. The powder can really easily flow out of here. And your puff can live here, but if it sits in there, it is getting pressed into that mesh. It's gonna pick up a lot, which maybe that's okay if you want to just, you know, take it all over the skin. But I might want to just target this stuff on the under eye area, and I don't want the puff covered. So I'm probably not going to let that live in there. And this is probably going to get messy as heck with any sort of travel. But what I will say is I used it to set my under eye today, and I thought it looked really good, actually. It did not look heavy. It definitely is right up there with some other powders I love, like Maybelline Fit Me or my Wet n Wild Soft Pink. I thought it did quite well. I just absolutely had to buy that and see what this packaging was all about and how they were going to pull off a loose powder in a small compact. I'll try to take care of her and not jostle her around too much. I did get this for Belle. They had a little sampler set of the Solar Flare stuff. So Solar Flare is Five Below's take on all the Sol de Janeiro mists. And I tested one of them, the one that I think is like the Sol de Janeiro mist she loves. It's the mist that's in like a coral colored bottle. It's 40. It smells so good. That's the only thing she wants to wear. We've gone through several empties of that stuff. She loves that smell. She's a signature smell type of person. But I got her this to try the Five Below take on it. The dupe for that scent, I think, is called Carnival Spirit. But this also has Brazilian Caramel Dreams, which I've tried that. I've tried a lot of the scents in Sol de Janeiro, really. I like that caramely one. They've got Sun-Kissed Tropics here. This one's called Sunset Samba, and Vanilla Plum Nectar over here. So I thought she might have fun. But something I noticed, outside of like the full range of Wet n Wild and the full range of LA Colors, they do have a lot of stuff out kind of on display that looks very gift set like, kind of generic gift set-ish, you know, like maybe it's a full thing of lip glosses and a full thing of eye pencils, or sets that really, like, I saw them, I thought, oh, that's cute, but it didn't really draw me in. But this palette did draw me in. The brand is Smoke and Mirrors. It says paraben-free, cruelty-free, gluten-free, talc-free, clean beauty, 28-piece eyeshadow palette. And when I saw this, I walked past it once, and then I walked past it again, and I said, okay, it's coming home with me. And $5 palette, let's see. I'm pretty sure this was $5. I guess they could have snuck in a $7 on me. I thought the color spread looked really good. I'm removing a sticker here. The packaging seems kind of flimsy, like this isn't totally solid. That's something you could really push into, you know? But it's a 28-piece eyeshadow palette, and I thought I'd create a look with it. I'm probably not going to get too colorful with it today because my gloss, I got a $1 gloss. We'll talk about that. That's red. But here's a close-up look. I mean, it does seem like we have a decent blend of mattes and shimmers, and they've put in, you know, some things that make you think maybe that's a little different texture, and some patterns in some of the shades. So we're going to give it a shot. Let's see. Let's come up and get some warmth up here from the top row. We've got this sort of honey mustard-ish color. Oh no, I didn't put eye primer on. Wait! Wet n Wild eye primer. Sorry. They really had an up-to-date spread of Wet n Wild. Like, they had the pink powder. I didn't see if they had the eye primer there. I'll fill you in at the end of what else is on my face today. We had such a fun weekend. We were able to finally get together with Pup and Jeff. We just had a blast, as we always do. Fun pool times. Literally everyone who was there was in the pool, playing with the beach ball, trying to not let the beach ball drop. Yeah, we love stuff like that. Okay, this right here. Back to the honey mustard. Texture seems good. It's not kicking up a lot of fallout. It seems really light. And this is just my Profusion crease brush, just the usual. Okay, I am seeing that a little bit, just not loads. Let's go a little deeper. We'll go to this shade. A little bit of a caramel color. I'm not going to tap off excess. This is showing me something. Showing me a lot, actually. Cute. Okay, now we need some matte cream. Let's go to this. We're covering the basic kinds of shades first, right? We like to get around the border. There we go. That looks so good. Still kind of investigating mattes at this point. I kind of want to see some of this coral get in because I am wearing this sort of reddish coral top. Let's take some of her. Hello, is anything getting on my brush? Okay, she's coming off like light peach. I'm just gonna graze over things with that. Okay, really need to see what's happening with this shade right here. A nice little, it's the color of our, oh, she's soft. Color of our mahogany colored pencil. I've been doing a lot of coloring lately. That's odd. It seems like it would be pigmented, but she's having to go on top of some existing shadow and it's like not wanting to just stick. Maybe that needs to be on the outer lid. Yeah, I'm not done with you yet. Because it looks so soft, but it wasn't really showing. There she goes. There she goes. I feel like the shade is just kind of powdery, but not packing a ton of rich pigment. It's hinting at that shade, but it's not as dark as it seems like it should be. I want to see this dark brown next to it because now I'm really wondering if anything's gonna give off enough. Again, I'm making it load on directly on top of another shadow, which these shadows don't seem to love to do. Maybe I've underestimated how many shades I have that are willing to do this. Like, I do this kind of thing often. You know, I go on right on top of a shadow with another shade and kind of get something blended and working in. And it's deepening a little, but not a lot. Wedging that into my crease a bit. I'm going to hop all the way down here where it seems like we have, I don't know, it might be as dark as that dark brown, but it's got maybe a little more plum. I really like the tones that it appears they're trying to make for us here in this palette. I'm just fading it up. This is okay. See how I'm taking it up? My last video was my 80s wedding makeup, and now maybe I'm not so scared to just let that shadow ride on out there. Let it ride, baby. Anybody else thinking about school supplies yet? I've thought about it. I just don't feel like it's time yet. Honestly, what I've got here looks good. We need to see how some of these shimmers are gonna be. Maybe we just dive in. Okay, good amount of softness with these shimmers so far. These are looking nice. Even that one, that taupe that looks like it has some sparkle. Oh, I fear some of that sparkle was overspray, but that taupe looks really good, really smooth. So we went from the M303, the larger Morphe brush, which patted on the dark shade on the outer lid, and this is the M302 that's just a little smaller but the same shape. And like I said, I'm keeping it kind of basic today. Going with that shade right there. Packing it on. It's a soft shimmer, like a really soft gold. It's on there. It's looking kind of soft. It's all right. I haven't tried enough to make a full judgment on this palette, but I feel like I'm getting like 60 or 70% of what I think I'm going to get out of certain shades. You know what I mean? They're not the strongest pigment. But what I'm going to do is finish off this eye look. We'll chat about what else is on the face and test out that $1 lip. Okay, folks, I put on my mascara. I've got on Wet n Wild So Defined up top, and I've got on e.l.f. Lash Extender on the lower lashes. I also used a couple of shadow sticks as my liner. I went across the upper lash line with, guess what, L'Oreal shadow stick in Brown Abyss, and then I used magnetic bronze on the lower lash line. These two are close, but magnetic bronze is a little softer. For the rest of my makeup today, I used Hard Candy. This color of Glamouflage actually kind of is a fit for my skin tone right now. It's in the shade Natural, so I've got that on all over. That gives like a strong medium coverage. I feel like the concealer is pretty much full coverage from the Glamouflage line, and that's in Fair. So that really brightened up my under eye. I used that LA Colors compact loose powder that I showed you. Bronzer is NYX Buttermelt in Deserve Butter. Blush is Wet n Wild Pinch Me Pink. Yes, we're very drugstore today. Icy Gold highlight from L'Oreal. And then I used my newest brow thing on brows, the Morphe Nano Pencil in Java with the, what's it called? Micro Manager Gripping Brow Gel. And then of course this palette, like you saw, I think this is not a complete home run. It's good, but not great. I haven't used it all yet, so I can't give a final say. I will keep using some of these other shades and stuff and see if I run into some real hidden gem type of colors in it. But when I saw it, I thought if that turns out to be really amazing, this could be a great deal to tell people about, but I'm just not amazed yet. Did it create a look that was just fine? Yeah, but I mean, I have like 2 to 3 shades in here that were layered up that just kind of didn't come to play very much. Hold up, this lash is dropping in a big way. Gotta pop her back up there. But the last thing I got in my little Five Below mini haul, they have these plumping lip glosses. Look at the packaging. They were in that $1 section kind of by the body scrub that I showed you earlier. It's making me think Pat McGrath with that lip, but also kind of Charlotte Tilbury with the quilted nature of things. Also maybe a little bit Milani. This is Plumping Lip Gloss and the shade is Watermelon. So I got the one that looked reddish in tone, and whoa, I just pulled out the entire stopper. Okay, let's redo that. There we go. Whew, stopper's back in. This looks like it's gonna be really sheer. Does it smell? Faintly watermelon. If you're really thinking hard about watermelon and then you smell it, you might say watermelon. Giving a lip oil kind of feel immediately. Total lack of stickiness. Oh, and I just pulled the stopper out again. Where did it go? Did I go down into the tube far enough to even... Good Lord. Guys, it looked cute from the outside. Hold the stopper down. It feels like a genuine oil more so than anything labeled lip oil that I've used, like more than the Milani Fruit Fetish or the ones from e.l.f. It's just very, very legitimately thin and oily and barely any color. I was thinking it was going to be more red, and that's why I geared my whole look to be able to make a little bit of sense alongside a bolder lip. I've now gotten all crazy yucky there. Zero plumping tingle, I can tell you that. I have to clean myself up. This is a real bummer. I got it closed up. It's somewhat cleaned up. It looks cute, but that is all this thing has going for it, really. It might have given my lips just a tinge of color. Wasn't worth the buck, to be honest. Dabbing it off. My lips do feel moisturized after I dab it off. I'm gonna figure out another lip combo and I'll be back. Okay, I got my red. This is Red Flag from Milani. Did you know they have some new shades of these lipsticks? The Color Fetish matte lipsticks. So Red Flag, I put it on and it could be a really bold red, but I sort of smoothed it out, sheared it out with my finger, and that's all that's on my lips right now. In a TikTok that I did, I have a couple of recent TikToks, one where I fully recapped the whole Morphe eyeshadow situation, talked about favorites, talked about just an overall takeaway. It's a pretty long TikTok, really, like 8 minutes or something. But I was wearing Flushed in that video with a combo of lip liners, and I really like that mauve-y shade. And then there's one more new shade called Smitten, and it looks like this. Smitten is warmer. Right here, warmer, like almost like a soft red. And then that's, what did I say it was? Flushed is more of a mauve. That was the one I was wearing in the TikTok, and then I got Red Flag on today. Those appear to be the 3 new colors in that range from Milani. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my little haul. I mean, it's not all gonna be a hit, and that's okay, but we like to try things. I'll keep giving that eye palette some shots. I mean, it's not right to fully judge a 28 shade palette on one day's application, but I'm just sensing that there's quite a bit of softness with these shadows. I don't just mean texture, but I mean the way they come off is a little on the light side, like not exactly what you see is what you get. But thanks again, friends. I'll see you soon. I love you. Bye.